Dickerson. It's easy to get trapped in your own head. When this happens, we can search for ways to free ourselves, whether it be through meditation, working out, or simply getting some fresh air. In the book, Spiritually Busy, you'll learn to properly utilize your thoughts to defeat personal battles and conquer difficulty. Myesha Banks is the CEO of Time to Be Established. She joins us to share more about her book, Spiritually Busy. So lovely to be with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
I am so excited about you and your book. Will you explain what it means to be spiritually busy, the title?
Yeah, so when I wrote the book, Spiritually Busy, it was almost that I was in a time in my life where I was getting more in tune with who I am.
Okay.
And being in tune with who you are opens up the door to many opportunities, right? You get to reflect on who you are. So when I was writing the book, I'm like, oh my God, I need to tell people metaphorically how to get through situations, how to get through trials and tribulations and trauma. And most of us ignore that. So Spiritually Busy gives you a time to take a portion of your life and just be busy internally.
Wow. And is it kind of like a workbook? Is it something where you are doing work on yourself as you're reading through your examples?
Yeah, so it's pretty much that you have these scenarios, different characters, different stories.
Yeah.
And at the end of those stories, there's solutions, right? There's solutions of how you could have got through that situation or, you know, that trial. So each story you can resonate with. It depends on who you are.
I love the topic of trials, especially when they are lessons or something good comes from that.
Yeah.
Does that like resonate with you?
Yeah, totally. Because I do believe that each trial, right, you have lessons within those trials.
Yeah.
So anything that you go through, there's something that you can learn from that.
Oh, I love that so much. And tell me more about what inspired you to write the book, to finally do it, you know, to have the courage to put your own words down on the page in your own story.
Because when you think about it, the way you speak is not the way you write. So there are things internally, like in your mind, that you're trying to put out, but it's very hard to put it out verbally. So there's two parts of me. There's like the verbal Myesha, and then there's the writing Myesha. So when I wrote the book, the inspiration came from wanting people to understand who I am, understand the perception of life, and how my thoughts and, you know, my examples might get you through it.
And on the speaking side of you, you are like a professional motivational speaker. Like that's what you do.
Yeah.
How neat is that? So let's talk a little bit about you and your own spiritual journey and what it's taught you so far.
Ah, man, yeah. So during my own spiritual journey, there was a time where I felt blocked, right? I felt like there was something that was bigger than me, inside of me. And that might come off a little, you know, interesting, because there's so much things that you're able to do in life. There's so much to conquer, right? But when you don't take that time to tap into your spirituality and just who you are, things will get sidetracked. So when I wrote the book, it was just a guide to get me through to the next step.
Wow.
And when you get to the next step, it's so beautiful.
Oh, yay. and tapping into your own spirituality, was that like through quiet time? What helped you?
Quiet time, a lot of writing, a lot of yoga, running. I'm a big runner, so I do enjoy running, and just being with myself. And I think that's the hardest thing to do in today's time, is being with yourself. It's scary being with yourself. So me being with myself, it's just helped me write the book. It helped me, you know, inspire myself so that I can inspire others.
And being with yourself without all the other distractions, right? Like without a phone, without a TV, without a story, even without a book, with just being with yourself.
Yeah.
You have some beautiful tips, and let's talk through them. The first topic is self-awareness and mindfulness.
Yeah, so being self-aware, right? Just being self-aware with who you are, being self-aware of what's going on around you, and having the mindfulness is just tapping into your mind, listening to your thoughts. And I think the hardest thing to do is listening to your thoughts. Because most of the answers that you need, you know, when you're in a self-awareness position of your life, or just being mindful, is the sound that your mind makes, communication that's internal. And I think people don't really understand that concept. And that's why they get lost. So that self-awareness and just being mindful of everything that's going on around you, or who has connection to your energy or access to you, will allow you to see the true version of yourself.
Beautiful. Next topic, goal setting and personal growth.
Oh my God, this is amazing, right? We set goals, and how hard is it to actually accomplish them? So, you know, when you set goals for just who you are, right? You set goals for, you know, the version of who you want to be in the future. If I want to be this millionaire, if I want to be this astonishing woman or male, if I want to be, you know, bigger than myself, then you really have to just set goals. And when you set goals, you have to add that calmness to it, which is running, yoga, or just any type of like good energy sources that will allow you to be free. Being free is amazing. The goal is to grow and then set the goal and then actually accomplish it.
Ah, so good. Okay, the third one is, we've talked about this briefly, reflect and learning lessons.
Oh yeah, this is good. So reflecting shows you the person that you really are. I tell people all the time, how hard is it to actually look in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful, or you're strong, or you can, or you will, right? But when we go through situations, we attach ourselves to the pain and not really attach ourselves to the lesson that comes from that situation. Everything that happens to you in life is to teach you a lesson. It's up to you to find the lesson in the story.
So great. My favorite meditation that came to me once was just staring at yourself in the mirror, but like real close.
Real close.
Real close, so you can't judge what your, what the wrinkles look like, and just connect with yourself.
Yes, yes.
Now, before we run out of time, I want to ask you, you also have an empowerment company. And tell me about that side of you.
So Time to Establish started out as a motivational speaking organization that thrived from helping people verbally.
Oh, so cool. Thank you so much for helping us verbally and through the written word. Such an honor. Thank you for coming today. Spiritually Busy is available for purchase on Amazon.com and Myesha's website, ttbeinc.com. Here you can also learn more about her empowerment organization.